fan waiting. Oh, wait, did I mute? Why do I always forget to do that? You know why? Because I was working on videos. That's why. And it wouldn't pick up my microphone. I'm trying to work. Oh, I get really frustrated with my videos sometimes. And it wouldn't pick up my computer microphone, the software program I was working
Uh,
with. So I kept muting and unmuting. So it's
yeah,
always a
that's
thing
fine.
with me. Always a thing with me. Hi, everyone. On that note, I am so glad everybody heard that. Or whoever's there, I'm glad you heard.
Hello.
Oh, goodness gracious. uh, so I have my windows open. So sorry if you hear any extraneous noise, but it's, oh my God, it was 42 degrees this morning when I woke up.
Was it
In
that chilly? Hello. Hi, Grandma.
August.
Hi, Kathy. Hi, Becky.
Yes, it was really that. It only got up to, I think, 77 degrees today, but we went
Yeah.
from like 90 degrees to 42 degrees. Hello,
Yeah.
Mother Nature. Was that a hot flash? Was that what that was? Those 2 days, those 90-degree days? Is it just a really long hot flash?
Yeah. The end of last week was miserable. And then today,
Oh,
pleasant. So
yep. And
pleasant.
I couldn't go to my pool because I have a little bit of sunburn like right here, like right on the edge of the ankles, the crooks of my ankles. So like even
Oh.
thinking of being out in the sun a week later was just like, no, that's not happening. That's just not gonna
So I
happen.
have to show you guys. I had gotten 2 gift cards for my birthday. One was to Barnes and Noble, which I bought the mid-century modern book that Nikki also owns, but it's over there. I didn't bring it over here. It's big, but that my whole gift
It
card went
is.
to that at Barnes and Noble. But then my sister bought me a thrift books one. If you guys have never checked out thrift books in your readers, you should. So I got
You know, that's online.
glass. What?
The is that a website that's online?
Yes.
It is.
Thriftbooks.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's fantastic. Oh my goodness. I've gotten so many books from them. Although this time, because they tell you the quality of the book, they're like fair, good, very good, like new, like they have different things.
okay.
And I did not agree with the quality of the books I always try to get the very good because it's usually only like 60 cents more or something, but I was not impressed with the quality of the books this time. So here's the first one. And they're all used books, and then I think new books get a discount. Hi, Monica. So I'm not sure, since everything is hand drawn, if I'm going to be able to identify glass, but at least it gives me a reference on early American pattern glass, which I didn't have. And then I bought a second one, which this one I knew was photos. So I was more excited about this one. But it's all photos of the goblets. There's hardly any other pieces in the different patterns. It's all probably because goblets are what was left of things.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but at least now I have 2 EAPG books.
But at
So
least you'll be able to see the patterns on the glasses. Like if you
yeah,
come across something on a plate, at least you have the pattern. Yeah. In
yeah. But
photographic.
it always, like, my brain doesn't look at things spatially. So then because it's distorted. I mean, I struggle with that with the color books when I'm looking at a plate and they've got a picture of a bowl. I'm like, is that really the same? It's just the way my brain works. But then look at this one, you guys.
I want that one.
I'm so excited.
I want that one.
But this one came with a whole bunch of the pages turned down.
Oh, I hate that. I hate treat your books with gentle care, people. Don't dog your pages. That irritates me.
A whole bunch of them turned down. I'm like, don't do that. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And in color. I'm so excited to dive into this one.
All right, I'm looking for that one now.
Because they look like ladies with their hands on their hips.
They do.
So I got some new glass reference books. I'm so excited.
Those are awesome. Oh, those
So
are so cool.
Actually, 2 of them came today. The last 2 came today. So I haven't actually looked at any of my pieces that I didn't know what they were to try and figure out yet. But they're all here. Yay. And you got a new book.
Yeah, I did. I got a new book too, and I was excited. I picked this up this weekend. Claudia has this book, but I was so excited. And then when I opened it up, I was like, oh, there's like writing it. Jean Florence, I'm such a geek. Jean Florence actually signed it. I'm such a geek. Most people are like, oh my God, Patrick Swayze or so and so. And rest in peace, Pee Wee Herman. He died today. I feel very bad
Yeah.
about that. Like there goes some of my 90s.
I know we lost
Like,
Sinead last week.
I know. And then, well,
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was as old as he was, but Sinead was young. She was
She's
only
56.
56. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
young. But
Yep. So
oh,
sad.
yeah, I use bookmarks. I'm very picky about my books. I don't like that whole cracking the
Yeah.
spine and leaving the
Mm-mm.
book upside down. I
Mm-mm.
my books when I get them, when I'm done reading the book, look like brand new.
I do not eat over my books.
No.
I had to stop letting my one sister borrow my books because she'd come back. She would have dropped it in the pool. It's got food in between the pages. She dog-eared everything. She cracked the spine.
No, I
No,
hate that.
no,
I
no,
hate that.
no.
So I'm really kind of anal about my books. But see, that's what makes me nervous sometimes about buying books online, like especially like books like we want to get for glass patterns, because I want to see what's inside the book, like if it's worth picking up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So oh yes, I
Yeah,
just saw
I
that
did
right
hear
before we
that.
popped on. Yeah.
Yeah. My grandma always said that celebrity deaths always happen in threes.
Yep, they come in threes.
That's what she
Yep.
said.
When I used to work in a nursing home, if we lost one person and then shortly after we'd lose somebody else, we'd start looking for that third person because it was the same thing. They always came in threes. Who's the next one going to go downhill? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's sad. Rest in peace, celebrities. Rest in
But
peace.
hey, Kaz, like I said, on thriftbooks.com, I've been very pleased in the past. This was the first time where I got books that I felt like they had not properly stated the condition of the book.
Okay.
The one book has a cracked spine completely, and then the other one had all those pages turned down. I was very disappointed about that pages being turned down because I'm pretty sure that one was supposed to be, that one was very good. The one with all the pages turned out. That is not very good condition. Just because the cover's in very good condition does not mean the inside is, but half the pages are turned down.
Yeah. No, because I'm looking for Agatha Christie books. It's a black book with a gold little logo on the front, and I have 3 of them, and there's a whole collection, and I'm looking for specific ones that I want for my library, and I have 3. There's a couple more that I want
on there because a lot of times, because I don't know how they do it, but like my order came from 2 different warehouses, 2 different states.
Oh.
So I don't know if they contract with like smaller used bookstores or if they just have warehouses somewhere. I don't know how it works, but the books, all the ones I bought are pretty inexpensive, and I've been pretty pleased.
That's kind of awesome. I like that.
I've been able to finish some of my sister's collection of a specific author. And hey, Marcy.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know. I like them. Thriftbooks.com. Check them out if you're a reader.
Hold on. Let me shut my window blinds. The glare.
Haloed by the light. It's just because you're angelic.
Yeah, and the last thing, Nikki, is angelic in any way, shape, or form. I lie. I'm an angel. I'm an absolute angel. My halo's just a little crooked.
Just started watching Good Omens 2 today.
I haven't seen it. Is it good?
Because I loved Good Omens. I read the book when it first came out years ago. So I loved Good Omens and didn't know they were doing a Good Omens 2, and then saw it on social media and it came out like this weekend. And I'm like,
yeah. I'm a David Tennant fan, so what can I say? I love me some David Tennant. So I haven't seen it yet, so it's good. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, I'm enjoying.
All right.
I think I don't know how many. They're just short little, but I'm already three episodes into it. So
I get made fun of enough by my son, who goes, "Mom, is there anything else you watch besides British television?" I'm like, no.
Why would you?
Well, yeah. But it got to the point that I was watching this whole string of like true crime stuff, and the way they say it, and I'm going to try to say it the way we say it, pedophile. We say pedophile, they say pedophile. So I'm trying to explain something, and I kept saying pedophile, and I'm like, oh my God, I have been watching way too much British television. It's starting to sound like them. Oh.
Just like they say schedule instead of schedule.
My favorite is aluminium. Aluminium. I'm like, it's aluminum, people. Aluminium just is way too many syllables to say. And
they think we're crazy because of how we say it.
I know. Everything's just tickety-boo. John asked me that. He goes, what the hell does tickety-boo mean? I was like, right as rain. He goes, oh, okay. Why did you say that? I'm like, because they don't say right as rain over there. They say tickety-boo. I don't know.
I do enjoy British television.
Especially the mysteries. I mean, come on. That's the best thing. Reading them, watching them. I mean, their comedy I don't necessarily get. And a lot of people don't get it. But I mean, how are you supposed to get it? It's their culture over there. We're not living and immersed in that.
I love British comedy. And Absolutely Fabulous was my favorite show.
I love that show. Yeah. Yeah. That one I'm a fan of.
Had a gay friend introduce me to it when I was like 21, 22. Binge watched it all. I've watched it all again since. I introduced my kids to it.
I do like some Absolutely Fab. And if you've never seen it, it's two middle-aged women who just drink too much and the most stupid stuff happens to them. I mean, just absolutely ridiculous. And one of them is like just a chain smoker. She's always got a cigarette in her mouth.
Yeah, she set the other one's kitchen on fire that time.
I adore them. And they're all worried about being fat and what do I wear? And it's like the typical stuff. It's just they always have a drink in their hand and they're completely always trashed. Yes. Yes. Hey, Jan.
Hi, Jan.
Oh my goodness. But we digress. We're not here to talk about British television or the sun setting or my crooked halo, right? We're here to talk about glass.
Yes, we are. American Brilliant Cut Glass.
I have to say, not my favorite glass. I am going to be honest about that. This is probably one of the glass pieces I would kind of shy away from. But I say that because I feel it's too much. It's too much. It's too. Hey, Roy. It's too, but that's just me. But there are certain styles of it that I really do like. Like, I think the bases are awesome. I think the salt pepper shakers are really cool. It's just when you start to get those really big, like a punch bowl was probably made to be made in American Brilliant Cut glass. But it's not a specific style. Well, it is a specific style, but it's kind of more of a time period, if that makes any sense. And I'll explain it, I guess. Mm-hmm. So the American Brilliant Cut comes in 3 categories. So it comes in the early, the middle, and like the high point. So the early point comes all the way from 1608, pretty much before we were even a country. And there was a little discrepancy on this. So America's first cut glass industry was under the control of a man named Henry William Steagle. Now they give him 1608, and then they say he opened up this glass making American Flint Glass Company in 1771. Something tells me the man did not live that long. He didn't live 170 years just to make glass. I'm just saying.
Was it a son that had the same name?
And I don't know. Even it had to be his grandson. So we're talking like well over 170. That's a huge chunk of time. So they messed that up. So, but I know that 1771 was when the American Flint Glass Company came into production. And there's this 60-year period in there that is known as the early period, where Americans were really just copying their European ancestors. So they were copying stuff from England and Ireland, which is where a lot of the cut glass kind of came from. Then there's the middle period, which is 1830 to like the 1870s in there, where the American glass companies were really starting to develop their own national style and their own original patterns. Then we hit the true American brilliance. And there are a couple of different websites that'll tell you different numbers, but the big one seems to be 1875 to 1915. So right before America turns 100 years old, and right when World War I starts. And there's a reason why it stops kind of right when World War I starts. So there were 2 major factors that knocked the American brilliance up to the top. One was newly discovered lead and silica deposits here in America. It made for a huge, huge help for them to get this glass in and to do this. And we've talked about some of this as we've gone on. The founder of the Boston Sandwich Company, he was the only one in the country who had the things that could make the lead glass out of the red slag or whatever it was. I can't remember, red clay, it was red something. And the other thing that happened in the 1870s was the huge influx of glass workers from Europe. That was a huge migration period, the late 1800s. So you've got all these glass makers coming in, or ancestors down the tree of big time glass makers coming in, and their influx into the American glass industry. Now, What actually is American Brilliant cut glass? It is deeply and sharply cut. It is thick, it is heavy, and it is very clear, with 50% of lead being in their crystal, what we know today as lead crystal. So during that time period, 1875 to 1915, American glass makers produced cut glass that was unparalleled to any other cut glass in anywhere else in the world. So they were the best. Now, it was also really expensive. So it was handmade and it was expensive. And it would sell for 2 to 3 times one piece, one little piddly piece of glass here would sell for 2 to 3 times a worker's weekly salary. It's like, holy moly, that's a lot, right? So this glass quickly became associated with wealth, with aristocracy, and especially with Europeans who were really kind of in love with it. After the 1899 Paris Exposition, where an American named by the name of T.J. Hawks, won the grand prize for his Grecian and chrysanthemum patterns, cut glass really took off, and every hostess in Europe, every countess, every baroness wanted this stuff on their table. Not to mention back here at home, where you're talking about presidents and socialites and all that other stuff. So this stuff has sat on the table of Mexican and Cuban presidents, the King of England, American socialites, and any royalty and even sub-royalty in Europe. Now, what happened? The glass was being produced, and other companies, everybody wanted in on this huge money gathering, or the money. Everyone wanted in on it, and they started to cut corners. They started acid etching. Press molding became more popular, cheaper, and easier to do. So because of that, you could produce more. It doesn't cost as much, which means more people can buy your stuff. More people can afford to buy your stuff. So the lead and glass crystal really started to decline shortly after that 1899 exposition. The other really, really big factor that came in was World War I was started. And because of that, lead, which was going into all of these pieces of American Brilliant, was needed for bullets over glass. And let's be honest, during that time period, nobody was really in the mood for luxury goods. Nobody could afford luxury goods. So that actually really knocked down the American Brilliance. But for that short amount of time there, for that like 50 some odd years, that was everything that everybody wanted. Now, I will say, I'll show you, I have a lovely book here. This is American Brilliant Cut Glass. This book is good. It's good because it lets you see different pattern styles and shapes. I just think it's a little difficult to see all of them. But what's great about it is it'll give you really pretty up close views of what American Brilliant glass actually was. It was over the top, super ornate, very precision made glass. My favorite of these vases, I kind of really like the vases. They're kind of some of my favorites, but all different styles and patterns, from Nevada to Faust to Goldenrod to Henry VIII, which is one of my favorite patterns, and the zipper pattern. They were done in everything from, and these look appropriate, like you've seen these cordial and whiskey sets, punch bowls. Look at this punch bowl with my glare right there. Punch bowls, celery bowls, goblets, plates, powder dishes. So it goes on and on and on. But I could just imagine back then sitting down at a table, everything is lit by a candle, and you have these diamonds, just these little diamonds and rainbows dancing around the room. It must have been absolutely gorgeous to sit and dine on that. And quite frankly, when you walk down that clear aisle of glass, stop and take a look. It's not the easiest stuff to identify because so much of it was reproduced in like the 80s. Like Claudia and I were talking about this beforehand. You'll walk down that, you'll be like, that's from the 80s. That looks like it's from the 80s. But you can kind of get a little bit more of a feel, especially when it comes to the skinnier vases. A lot of those weren't redone. But when it comes to the skinnier vases, you can feel that it's sharp. It's sharp and it's deep and it's thick. Like I have this one piece that I use for my pens and pencils. Ooh, stuck on the blind. And for all I know, it really is like, antique glass. And I'm using it for pens and pencils, but use those pretties. But you can see, if I get my fingers out of the way, it's really thick. That's over like an inch thick. It's about a half an inch. measuring. It's about an inch thick. It's very, very thick glass. But even this, with all my pens in it, it's not super heavy, so I'm not leaning in that direction. But they'll be heavy. They'll be really, really heavy. So that's what I got on American Brilliant Glass. It's a very, short little thing.
So a couple of things. Now it's funny because hi Roxanne and hi Roxana. I had 1876 to 1917, which I think was just 1 year off on each end.
Yeah.
But it's the story goes that a rich dinner party hostess in 1876 viewed the Centennial Exhibition in Pennsylvania and bought the cut glass. And because she was this rich hostess, then everybody wanted to have this cut glass. And this is what started its popularity for the 1876 to 1917, that it was super popular right there at the end. And middle class people would buy one very specific piece and it would like sit on the table in a place of honor because they couldn't afford like the rich people could. So middle class families would buy like a pitcher that always had water or lemonade on the table. So I thought that was interesting. Another interesting thing is that currently it's not worth a lot.
Yeah.
Even though it's antique, it's not worth a lot. And so if you find a vase that is $50 at the antique store, it was probably sold for $50 over 100 years ago. So it's just not worth a lot. It's a thing people don't want to mess with. It's very in your face with a lot of pattern. Let's see. Did I have anything else that Nikki didn't cover? I can't even imagine how much one of the giant punch bowls with all the glasses would have cost.
And then some of them are on pedestals. And that's the part that blows my mind, the pedestal ones. And buying it for your kids, like I showed you all that child's punch bowl, that is American Brilliant Cut glass. And to buy one of those for your kids, I mean, that came from a rich family's house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the American companies Hawks, I think you talked about, and then Libby were at the forefront. They employed the glass blowers who made the shapes, employed the designers who figured out the geometry, because like Nikki said, these were intricate.
Yeah.
And then they had to employ the wheel cutters who pressed the glass vessels into the large and dangerous rotating iron or stone wheels. But another reason that we had such a long run in America, and we were the biggest producers of the cut glass for a while there during this time frame, is because we were willing to embrace new technology.
Yeah.
So we did the gas ovens that we could temperature control. So you had less loss of glass as it was being made. We switched over to electricity. So I think that those things are what made us the biggest producer for a while there of the cut glass. Yeah. But yeah, it's not worth a lot. It's very, very heavy geometric designs.
It's like over the top.
Yeah.
There were a few patterns that aren't
because it was rich people. So yeah, it was over the top.
Yeah. The zipper pattern isn't over the top. It's actually quite simple and elegant. The Henry pattern is simple. Some of the stuff is a little bit more on the simple side, but for the most part, it is in your face. Holy crap.
All right. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
Oh, you were up there. You go first, darling.
Okay. Because I forget who went first last week.
One of the people out there always keeps track for us, and we just go, all right, you go this time. Oh, you go this time.
All right. So I was not able to source last week, so I'm bringing back stuff that you've probably seen before, but the price might be cheaper. Just saying. Okay, first up is this little dogwood basket milk glass. It's this size, and this one has cat hair in it.
Cat hair's free.
Cat hair included. This one does have what looks like some stress fractures going across, but they don't go all the way through. So I'm not sure what that's about, but it does. So be aware of that. So the price on it, very inexpensive, Westmoreland did one of these, but this one's not marked Westmoreland, and it has plenty of room to be marked. So I don't know that it's Westmoreland. Westmoreland did make one though. $5. $5, number 7. And then my next one is the vintage IKEA amethyst glass. And let me put white behind it so you can see it. So pretty. I cringe every time I say vintage IKEA, but it is vintage
I know.
IKEA. And it's got the curved.
I love the curve on
line
it.
of these.
I posted this.
And this one stands just under 10 inches. And it does have one single bubble right here in the glass, right there. And it is $9, number 15. $9, number 15. And those are my first two.
Okay, on all of my stuff, you're going to notice this weird trend. It all kind of goes together. For some reason, I found pink and baby blue and clear and milk. So that's what you get for this week. We're going to start off with the blue piece. I love this color. I love this color. And thanks to my brand new collectible book from the 40s, 50s, and 60s, I was able to easily identify this. This is Anchor Hocking, but it was actually, the color is named Capri, which I think is kind of cool. They call the color Capri, but the shape is actually square. So it's Colonial Square is the name of it, but it's actually from the Capri line, which had to do with this awesome blue color. Now, I picked this up at first thinking this was Cambridge. Now, I'll show you really quick why it's not Cambridge. Cambridge did the same thing, but they did a circle in a square. So they did have a dish like this, but this oval that's in the center down there would have been a circle. So it was very similar in size and shape and this neat squared off bottom. So in case you come across them, I thought it was Cambridge. It actually ended up being Anchor Hocking. Now, unfortunately, I got home and realized there was a very old soft chip right there. So it's like super soft. Like when I'm running my hand around, I didn't even feel it because it was that soft. But I just love this color. This would have been a celery dish, but so much fun to do you could have with this. I think these are great for putting out different veggies, and it goes really nice with the next piece. I'll show you. So you can put celery in this. You can put breadsticks in it. It could just be a really pretty little tray that's just going to sit just like this. It could be the longest banana sundae tray ever. Not that I eat this stuff because I'm not a banana fan. But if you're interested in this, and this is a great color and pattern, and all of their colors are the same in this, but the patterns will be different, which is kind of awesome. Hey, Delbert, this one is going to be $6, number 73. $6, number 73 for the Capri Colony Square by Anchor Hocking. All right, next up I have, and this is, I must have been hungry when I picked these up because I had that, and then I was so excited. I found some more of Miss America pattern. So this is in the clear. And Miss America pattern does look like English hobnail. It is very, very similar, but it just has these little, like, tiny bows that are in the center there. This is the 4-side divided dish. This is in absolutely fabulous condition. I love this pattern. It's a very, very popular pattern. And the Miss America is a meatier, chunkier glass from the Depression era. So really good. Keep those nuts separated, people. Or for your little olive trays, you get your calamatas, maybe your stuffed olives, your Spanish olives, your black olives. That'd be really fun too. It's a really nice serving piece. And I figured we're doing American Brilliant, so this is kind of as close as I really want to get to American Brilliant glass, with the exception of maybe some bases. Because I'm okay with like this. I'm okay with because this is like diamonds and bling and nice. It is roughly 7 inches across. So if you're interested in the Miss America divided dish, it's going to be $12, number 85. And those are my two. It does look like water off the island of Capri. Totally. I want to swim in that. I do.
My mom would love that dish. You know how much she loves her clear glass. And hey, Helen. Hey, Picasso Cat. Hey, Delbert. Hey, everyone that came in. If we didn't say hi to you, thanks for being here. And Kathy, yes, we are on late, but we had switched this entire month. We've been on at 6 p.m. So Maybe it just took a whole month for the notifications to go out and people to realize we had changed times. Okay, first up on this round is this one. I never did identify which company this is because there are several that did the honeycomb and several, the Georgian honeycomb, and several that did it in red. So I don't know, but the bottom is super, super polished. It's interesting. And also don't know if the lid was original to it. And we talked about that, maybe that's Bakelite. Don't know, but it's just a very cool little relish dish. Maybe it had a whole set that it set in.
Oh,
I don't know. I've never seen those in red. I've only ever seen them in clear. But
I'm just saying, Taco Tuesday, people. Taco Tuesday.
So it's this size. It's little.
Love it.
No chips, no cracks. $9, number 3. $9, number 3. Go. Bumping everything. Next up, this little, I do not think it's vintage. I just picked it up because I know a lot of people have the, they like to use the plates underneath their planters. This would be a smaller one, but it's got leaves. So I thought it was really cool. Little green plate. It is 6 inches across, but the section in the very center is only, it's not even quite 3.5 inches. So it would have to be a small planter that you set on there. But I just like that it had these leaves on. I thought that was cool.
It's pretty.
$5, number 19. $5, number 19. And those are my 2.
It's also a good condiment. I have these little tiny plates that are similar there, but they're restaurant ware that I use for condiment size. So like you're gonna like dip your like French fries with ketchup and mustard. I don't use ketchup, but mustard. I love using them for that. Okay, if you saw my Instagram post or you saw my haul video, you saw this baby right here mixed in amongst all the foot that pottery, and it's pink. Oh my goodness. Now, I will say this. I believe the top, I don't know, to me, the top just seems slightly lighter, but it just could be just the way that this is reflecting down here in this area. So this is, oh yeah, cheese ball would be good on that. You're right, Becky.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in, there's nothing wrong with this. It is in really great condition. I never find fairy lamps, y'all. I think I have found 2 in the 3 some odd years I've been doing this. So to find 2 in the same day in the same house was kind of mind blowing to me. So, and to find one in pink. Oh my goodness. So it is in really excellent condition. There is nothing wrong with this at all. So if you are a pink lady or a pink gent and you love the pink, or you don't have the pink yet and you'd like to collect all of these, because I actually like this style personally myself, because it is like little diamonds that set off that nice little light. So if you're interested in the pink you stink, $35, number 93. $35, number 93 on this cute little baby here.
See, if I had been on that, it would have to live with me for a little bit before I pass that on.
It is yours, Roxana. If it was amber, we would have, because I had an amber one and we sold it because John's like, now I don't want it. Now he wants it back again because it's reminiscent of.
I've got like 6 amber ones because that is the color that I collect and keep.
Yeah, that's the one he wants back. You know, what can I say? Oh, hold on, my little reminder stickers right here. Okay, sticking with the pink. We have Fostoria. This is from their Fairfax line. I love this handle. Bonbon dish. Cute little bonbon dish. I encourage all of you to put your Rocher Forets, and I know I totally massacred that, but it's my favorite bonbon, and I have put them on this at Easter time. So it is a really cute, it is a really cute little dish. It is super clear. This is Depression era, but this is elegant glass of the Depression era. It is fire polished, so you're not going to see a line. So I love these little bonbon dishes. I think they are adorable. Really great for your bedside. Put your pearls in it, put your pretty necklaces in it, or put your bonbons in it and sit down and watch your favorite, show, whatever. So if you're interested in the cute little Fairfax Fostoria bonbon dish, this is from the 30s. It's going to be $8, number 74. $8, number 74. And those are mine too. Oh, cool, Kathy. Yeah, you gotta send me that stuff. Send me an email.
And did you get Roxanne for that? Not Roxana.
Roxanne, yeah,
I wrote her
Roxanne.
letters all
Sorry.
in caps.
Roxanne. Yes, I got you, Roxanne. Because you both came in at I saw you both in there, and I just one with an A, one without an A. And you both have the same last initial. So yes, I think it's Roxanne.
Our brains play tricks on us because they're both R and S.
Sorry, love. And I even have it written down right too.
We have a little announcement. I forgot we were going to do this before I started selling. My brain is fried. We are taking the month of August off from Glass with Class. So I'll still be doing my Wednesday morning sale, and Nikki's still gonna be posting static sales, and she may occasionally go live on a Monday. So be watching out for that. Make sure that you are subscribed to Nikki's channel. If you're not, it is linked below. So is her Instagram, so is her whatnot. It's been a summer. Lots of big changes and so gonna take the month of August off and reevaluate and maybe see what time to come back at, because we experiment with it. This is our 5th Monday night, and tonight was actually the first time we've had this many people in here. We were running at about like 13 to 15 people. We've got 24 in here tonight. Like that's
awesome.
More than we've had all month. So I don't know. Trying to find that sweet spot where people are available to watch your sale is important, and we love doing this, but just trying to figure it out. Okay, so next is the Vaseline Tiffin Glass Compote in satin glass.
The word's getting out.
Let me turn off the big light. It glows so much when it's under a black light.
I love this piece. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is. And it's got, this really cool swirl here. Unfortunately, I don't collect this color. I collect the green, not the yellow. And honestly, I hardly ever have come across the yellow in all of the years that I have been in uranium glass. It stands 5 inches tall, and it is 7.5 inches wide. So the bowl part is wider than it is tall. No chips, no cracks. And it is $43 tonight, number 11. $43, number 11. Kathy likes the 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I like the 6 o'clock. But I also like the 1 o'clock. So that doesn't make any sense, right? Yeah.
All right. Next up, the Indiana glass. This is the Mount Vernon pattern with the square bottoms. Not going to do that again. No cracks on any of these. And this blue is just stunning. I think Indiana glass did some of the best blues.
They did.
So these are in really good condition, do not have any dishwasher damage. The lady that I got them from had said they had just been packed away for years, and she finally pulled them out to get rid of them. They stand 6 inches tall, so this size. And this color blue is not my color in my kitchen because, I have that pastel blue, but man, is this blue pretty. So for all 4 of them, $17 tonight, number 5. Those are my 2.
I love that deal. I love that color. I'm kind of addicted to it. It's in my living room. It's almost like a smoky peacock blue color is what I like to call it. I love that color. But I'm going to try, guys, to do stuff on Mondays. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it at 1 or if I'm going to do it at 6. I'll put it this way, if I do a live, it'll be at 6, and I'll do some of this, maybe we'll do it like every other week, and I'll put a static up with glass, and I'll still do the teaching, and just be a lot more in your face. It'll be a lot more like little slides, like I like to do. And I'll do those if I do the statics we'll do them at 1. And Claudia will join in when she's available, if she can, if she wants to. She will totally be doing that, right? Sometimes we just have to get things set. And because I took my time off this past month and off of whatnot because I needed to get things straight. And you can only pick one avenue at a time. And sometimes that avenue isn't YouTube. What can you say? Sorry, I just made a really loud noise. So up next, I have another fairy lamp. This is my other one I found, and it is the Stars and Bars in the clear, the LEs. But I cannot believe the size difference between this Mamma Jamma and then the other one that's like this big.
They're so big.
These are enormous. But what I like the fact that these are so big, you can put a bigger candle in here. And I do kind of like that idea that you can put a nicer size, like not a full pillar candle, but like those half ones. Those little half ones. I like that you could do that here. And these are great for outside, and I don't know, especially in the clear. Excellent condition. There's nothing wrong with this one. This one I actually found on the porch of that farmhouse. And let me tell you, I wish I had smell-o-vision, guys. I wish I had smell-o-vision, because Claudia, you poor thing, with your allergies, you wouldn't have been able to step a foot upstairs, because I walked upstairs, my eyes started burning. My nose started twitching. Now I have allergies, but the smell of camphor and mothballs was on another level. So you had to go outside to get a little fresh air, and it was an oppressive 88 with like 100%.
I keep a mask in my purse still for situations like that.
It was quite out there. So, but this thing lived wherever it lived, and it's in great condition. There's no chips, there's no cracks. And for a lady who loved her pottery, she obviously liked her 2 pieces of fairy lamp glass. So if you're interested and you don't have the clear, or you want another one, why not? This one here is going to be $25, number 87. $25, number 87 on this one. I know, I love these 2. I think they're great. I think they're fabulous. Okay.
Roxanne, I've still got 2. I've got one in amber that I kept for myself, and I've got one that is a married pair, clear and amber.
Yeah. And you know what's funny?
Spots.
I never find these, and I found 2 at this place, and I went to a church thrift store, and I found the Home Co. one with the little votive insert in it, and I was like, look, sweetie, I found the little round ice. He's like, no, I don't like those, though. That one I don't like, so you can't buy that. I'm like, okay, I won't buy that one. So I did buy that one. Okay, up next. Once again, this is pretty. Now, this pattern, I went back and looked at this to make sure that I was right about this. It looks the American Sweetheart kind of style. This is actually English Hobnail by Westmoreland. Now, fairy lamps make me happy too. Now, they did do this in depression glass, but the depression glass color, milk glass, is not listed as one of the colors that they did. So we know Westmoreland's really known for their milk glass. I really dig this piece. It's a nice hexagon shape there. It is a nice handle. You actually can get your finger in on it. I think these are great for pillar candles and little crystals and whatnots around it. But it's deep enough to be a dip bowl too. Nappy dishes were made as small sauce bowls. Yes, you could put things like lemons in them, which is what I was originally told they were for, but you can use them. They were used for small saucing. I love this piece. It is super fun. It is really, really cute. I have had candles in it. Black candles in these look really great. Colored candles in milk glass dishes look really fantastic. So if you're interested in the Westmoreland piece, this piece is probably done in the 50s. It's probably when they came out with their milk there. It's going to be $8, number 75. $8, number 75. And those are my 2.
And hopefully last week you guys found Brocant and Bergamot, because it was not on Angela's channel. It was on Heather's, and I was wrong. Because when I went to go look for it, I'm like, oh, I told everybody wrong. Tonight it's on Angela's. I checked. Brocant and Bergamot at 7 Eastern. So in 16 minutes, they're going to be on. Don't want to miss them. Those ladies are great. Okay, next up. Bringing back this is my clear round, the Hollywood Regency.
Yep.
This compote fruit bowl is crazy and huge. It's crazy. Yeah, I saw the thumbnail picture for that. I was like, oh, that's going to be a good one. Okay, stands 9 inches high,
I love this piece.
10 inches across. No chips, no cracks. Now, it does have a little bit of where the metal, it's on the underside. So it seems like somebody, had washed it, and then you get some of that metal,
Oh, yeah.
the cheap pot metal coming off there. I love the look of this. Now, this will ship by itself. I will not ship other things with it because I don't want to take it all apart.
What I love about this is this works for Halloween because it has just enough kind of that gothic-y feel. It works for Christmas. It works for Valentine's Day. I love this piece.
Man, for Halloween, you could paint those babies' eyes red with one of the washable paints.
Yeah.
Have evil little babies.
I'm telling you, I would actually just paint the whole thing black. Angela knows where I'm going. See something I wanted to paint it black.
$17, number 13. $17, number 13 for the cherubs. And then I showed this one before. I just think it is the coolest shape. It's like they stuck 2 butterflies together to make the shape of this. I couldn't identify this one, but it is hand cut, and there was a company in Germany that did this in the 80s. It was Bohemian Glass did this with this hand cutting. So I couldn't identify it, but it's very cool, and we love a good foot.
Yeah.
It's 4-footed. It is 7 inches at its narrowest part, almost 8 inches at its widest part because of these dips at the sides.
Imagine the butterfly.
Square. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is only $13, number 1 tonight. $13, number 1. Super pretty.
Okay. Up next, I've got, because I like me a nice pretty bud base. I do. And this one is gorgeous. This is the cane and buttons pattern. So it looks like caning on a chair, like old school caning. Different companies made this. So I'm not going to pinpoint exactly who made it because it's going to be a little bit, it could have been Indiana glass. It could have been, it's a little too thick and heavy for like a Fenton piece, but they did this pattern. A lot of different companies did this pattern. And I will say this, the prismatics on this are gorgeous. It's a nice size one too. Let's see, this guy here is about 8 inches. He's about 8 inches tall. I actually think too, it'd be a really cool champagne flute, like have some fun drinking champagne. But it's just really nice, simple piece. This is as close as I wanted to get to the American Brilliance pattern. But I figured, we all figured it was kind of worth a nice little talk to do these two, to do that one particular period in American glass history. So if you're interested in the 8-inch bud vase here, it's going to be at $10, number 91. $10, number 91. It is really pretty. I really, really love it. All right, my next piece, I wanted to bring him back. This is my Federal Glass Horse bookend. Now, I've seen where it would have had, I guess, a plastic cover on the bottom, and this could have been filled with candy, which, yum. I haven't seen one filled with candy. I haven't seen an old school picture where it would have been filled with candy, but the fact that it is hollow kind of makes me think maybe it was. It is in really fantastic shape. I really kind of dig this too. This is a fun, fun, fun piece. And putting one of those cool color changing lights in here can be a little bit of fun too. Or you just put it out as a display piece on your bookshelf. I'm feeling around to make sure there's one little, I got a little on the underside here, a little flea bite right there. We go. There it is right there. So this guy here, they're not really big. And I actually thought it was a unicorn when I first got it. 6 inches, so 6 inches tall. I thought this was like a little unicorn hub, but it's not. 6 inches tall, Federal Glass horsey bookend, and it's going to be $15, number 89. $15, number 89. And those are my two.
That piece is just fantastic. I just love it.
So fun.
All right. Next up is this little very 1980s frosted pink birds on a branch. And this one, Crowning Touch Collections. It was originally $24.50, made in Taiwan. And I think that when I looked this up, they were sold at Hallmark. Now, I will show you the one thing that's wrong is right here. Once I got it washed and cleaned up, I realized that he's got a little ding there. That's not his actual eye because this one has nothing. Now, if you've got it this way, you know, there's nothing wrong with the birds, but just there's a spot right there. I don't know. But when you're looking at it back here, it just looks like it's his eye, and they forgot to put one on this one. It's only $7 because of that. $7, number 17. And my last piece for tonight, it is my last piece, right? I didn't screw up that.
No, it is your last one. You're good.
It's a little of carnival glass. It's the marigold. It has a giant bubble.
Oh, wow.
In the glass. So it's just a little one.
Oh, talk about great for Halloween.
Or a perfect trinket dish.
Yeah.
If you like carnival glass. So 6 inches across at its widest point. So it's that size. And I see you for that, Eileen. Thank you. And guys, for Thursday's coffee chat and small sale, it's going to be a clearance sale. You don't want to miss it. So no chips, no cracks. It does just have that big bubble inside the glass that was formed during manufacturing. It is only $7 tonight. $7, number 9.
I'm telling you, with a black pillar candle for Halloween, or one of those ones the fake, that is a fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
I like to decorate with, oh, sure, Roxana, you got it. I love to decorate with all the like different gothic-y, like Roxanne, right? Yeah, Roxanne, you got it. And so I did it again, dag nabbit. I put an A in the end of your name. Roxy, I'm gonna call you Roxy. I'm not quite Roxy, but I like the gothic-y look, so I like putting like orange and blacks and purples, and almost, and even reds, like a vampire or a witch, or you walked in the Haunted Mansion, which I really kind of want to see the new version. I'm very interested in that. Like, that's where you want to be. And you got number 9. Roxanne wants number 9.
Got you, Roxanne. Okay. Thank you.
So my last round, here we go. I've got this cute little, I know, and I'm talking about Halloween, and I'm showing you, oh, look at the pretty pastels. So here we go. We got Fenton Aqua Crest. Now, this particular color of Aqua Quest, Aqua Crest, not Quest. This one was done for only a couple years in the very early 40s. So I want to say it was 1940, 1942, or 1941, 1943. The numbers just slightly escape me. And it's because of the shade of the aqua on this. So this particular one was a very, very short run. This is their 4.5 inch, that we call them triangle vases. So just a tiny little guy. And I can see almost completely through this. The optics on this are fantastic. I love the little ring of fire that's up, the opalescence that's actually up at the top here in the insert when you hold it up to the light. So if you're interested in the Fenton Aqua Crest, and one of these days I'm going to get a hold of some Emerald Crest, guys. I am. I feel it in the air. It's going to be $12, number 90. $12, number 90 on that one. Okay. And my last one is just a little tiny guy here. Just one of those cute little milk glass votives. This one is made in Hong Kong, so probably from right around, late 70s, early 80s, in that time frame. It's the Thousand Eyes, and believe it or not, this does have a minor ring of fire in it, guys. Kind of blows the mind, but it does. I love these. My grandparents used to have these all over their house. They're great for like every season. And I'm telling you, I have a thing for milk glass. So, oh, you got it, Roxanne. that is yours as well. So if you're interested in this little guy here, it's going to be $5. Number 78. $5, number 78. He is a cutie pie. I don't know, Kazo, if you could plant, I'm curious if you could plant like some absolute microscopic baby plant in this. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's deep enough. It's just not quite wide enough, right? Okay. And that's my last one. Did I pull that one? Why did I pull that one? Making sure I got your things down there.
So like I said, on Wednesday, clearance, and probably I will be starting items at the price that I paid for them. So I can't say it'll be dollar clearance, but it'll be clearance. Some items will start at $1. That's what I've got coming up. And then next week, trying to remember the date, 11th, 12th. Is it the 12th? It's a Sunday. Whatever that Sunday is, I'm going to be on Helen's channel, New England Thrifter, Sunday afternoon. I think the 12th or 13th. I can't remember. Whatever that Sunday is. I don't have my calendar in front of me, but that's what I've got coming up. What about you, Nikki?
Well, let's see. This week I have almost all ready to go because I was fighting with it a little bit today. You're welcome, Roxanne. I have Wednesday. I'm going to be doing a book, magazine, and ephemera. Right now, I just have it listed as book and ephemera because book, magazine, and ephemera is kind of really long. So for all you crafters out there, I've got some lots that are great for people who are looking to junk journal, who just want to cut up. I have a couple of really banged up magazines if you want to cut those out. Those are going to be up there. I have some fantastic antique books that are going to be available too. So stop by. That'll be up on Wednesday. And let's see. Next. No, not till the 15th. I want to start plugging it now while I have everyone's ear. On the 15th, I'm going to be doing a live drop-off event with Halen Vintage. I'm going to be over there. Picasso Cat's in it as well. I don't know if she's still here. I think. Am I going right before or right after you, Kathy? I can't remember. So it's going to be really great. That I'm on at 3:30 over there. It's going to be on Halen Vintage's channel. It is a Halloween and fall extravaganza. So I've got some fun Halloween. I've got some fun Gothic-y stuff too. So make sure you tune in for that. And next Monday, I will post something up. I still haven't decided if I'm going to do something live or something staticky. We'll see. We'll see what we're doing here for some glass, for you glass addicts. So you can still come back and have some glass fun. And maybe I'll do a bit of a clearance, like, here, it's clear clearance. Oh, that's fun. Let's do a clear clearance sale. Because I got a lot of clear glass. So that's it. That's what I got coming up.
Yeah, I don't know about having a lot of clear glass. Who would have a lot of clear glass?
I know. I know.
All right. So don't forget, head over Angela's channel, VOA Quest 1910, and catch Brocont and Bergamot right about now.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys, and we will see you later.